Monday. The day that I had to take Becca to go to Eastern and sit out there for 3 hours. Yay. No yay. But I am going to get a lot of stitching time, so that's one good thing. I'll have 3 hours to just stitch my little heart away. So this weekend, well, I did something weird. I started a diamond painting. So what happened was, what was it? 2 years ago? 3 years ago? I don't even remember. When Diamond Art Club released the first Halloween special pumpkin with the glow-in-the-darks. Well, I've had it done since I got it like on a Monday and had it done on Thursday because I finished it before I went on my cruise. I remember that. So I've had it done for how many years, and the diamonds, the glow-in-the-dark ones, never really like glowed. And so I told John, I said, you need to get out one of your black lights and see, you know, what it would look like under the black light. Finally, he got out a black light Saturday? Yeah, it had been Saturday. And he put it up against it, and it looked really cool because the orange in it under a black light just like, it was amazing what it did to the painting. It looked so spooky. The trees looked like they were moving. It was really weird. So then when he turned off the black lights, oh my goodness, those glow-in-the-darks were like glowing. I'm like, okay, you know what you need to do? Because it'll work perfectly. I said, I want to put the diamond paintings on the back of our closet door, and above it, not our closet door, our door to go in and out of the room. I said, so you can attach the black light above the door on the seal, you know, ledge, whatever, of the trim. And it works perfectly because then I have a problem with cords being seen. The cord can be tucked right down the side of the wall, and right there's the plug. And so when, you know, we had a plan, gonna move the glow-in-the-dark ones onto the back of the door. So the only time we would really use it is when we're laying there in bed talking. You know, we would have the black light on, and then when we're ready to go to bed, turn it off, and then it'll be cool because it'll glow in the dark for a little while. So I'm like, oh, so I need to go and dig out, oh shoot, what was it called? Lotus flower? Lotus something? I don't remember. It was another Diamond Art Club that glowed in the dark. So I pulled it out and I started doing it, and I forgot how much I love the diamond paint. The only thing I found out though, when I diamond paint, it aggravates my elbow and my wrist. So I have to be conscious and not do it all the time.
Turn left.
Oh, I forgot about all the construction. Just going along. So I can diamond paint. I think I'm gonna just let myself diamond paint for a few hours on the weekend. But yeah, I do not want to go through that whole pain with my elbow. And right after I did it Saturday night, I was like, oh my God, that pain is coming back. And I thought I was getting the pain from coloring, but no, it's from diamond painting. I don't know why. I know I am a heavy presser, whatever, but I tried doing a light hand and nope. So I'll just have to limit how much I do it. But I did cross stitch a lot, and this week I definitely will finish Season Tree. I think I have 500 more stitches in it, put in it. But last night I was like, nope, I'm done. And tonight, now who knows, maybe when I get home I can put some stitches in. But while I'm sitting up at the school with Becca, I have my, what is it called? My Heart is at Hogwarts. I have that one all blocked out, 100 stitches, so I don't have to bring a tablet or nothing. My car project, all I have to do is pick up the needle and just start stabbing the fabric. And count how many blocks I do. What else was I going to say? I don't remember now. Yeah, but Jonathan, Becky got hers out too, and she was diamond painting. And she did it Saturday, and she diamond painted last night too. Saturday was Pokemon Community Day. And this was the first weekend that John has been off for a community day. And Becca got it all excited because, you know, it'd be the first one that her dad could go with us. And because it's October, the Pokemon was Death Skull, I think is what it's called. And John's nickname is Reaper or Death. And in Becca's phone, she has a skull, death, skull for John. Whenever John calls, that's his name that comes up. And then it's Reaper in a scary chair. Which is funny because John has that diamond painting. Which I told him last night. I said, listen, we're doing all of this. Now you need to start getting out your diamond paintings and really start diamond painting. Because you have a lot of cool ones that would look cool underneath the black light. And then I bought all of those glow-in-the-dark drills from Tmall. I said you could add glow-in-the-dark drills to it too. So you need to get your butt diamond painting again. Because he sits in the chair and usually he can't do, excuse me, I yawned, anything on his trains. This weekend I was like, hey, because we were watching TV together. We started watching the Marvel TV shows, WandaVision and oh gosh, the one with Bucky and the Black Falcon. Winter Storm, or I can't remember what it's called. But Friday night we watched Captain America? No, it's the girl one. I can't think of what it's called. Well, anyways, we watched that. Then we started watching, we watched all of WandaVision because me and John were home by 3 o'clock. So then we started watching the one with Bucky, and all of a sudden I got really sick. I don't know what it was. I was just like nauseous, like gassy, but I wasn't like, I don't know, it was just weird. Felt very bloated and nauseous. And I told John, I said, listen, I need to go lay down. And that was probably like at 9 o'clock. And I told Becca, I said, if Miss Coffee texts you, just tell her I'm not feeling good. I'm laying down. Because I didn't even go to her live Friday night. I was so sick. But when I woke up Saturday, I was fine. It was weird. So then Saturday we did community day, and then John wanted to go to Michael's, and he wanted to go to Spirits USA or something like Halloween, Spirit Halloween, that's it. Because he wanted a longer black light. And I'm like, you have a longer black light in the garage, I know it. I said, but if you want to go spend your money, go spend your money, I don't care. And he wanted to go to Michael's because he saw there was a whole bunch of little Halloween little things that he was thinking that maybe he could incorporate in his train setup, which, oh my god, his train setup is looking so cool now. He's got this one long table. He screwed the tracks to the table.
In 1/4 mile, turn left, then turn
he built houses and trees and a cemetery, and it really looks cool. So he wants to get more stuff. So instead of decorating our house for the season, he can decorate his train village. Like, do whatever you want to do, I don't care. So, but I mean, he's spent so much time. He got these houses that he built in paint. I'll have to take video. I think it was last week. He goes, if you want, I'll clean up my area, and if you want to show the ladies my train area, you can show my train area. I'm like, if you want me to show your train area, John, I'll show it. But it is starting to look cool now, so I will take a little, if I remember, I will take a little video of it, because it is looking really cool. But he's got to clean up his mess. He makes a big mess. And I'm really regretting, I put one cabinet where we keep all like the spray paint, my extra markers and colored pencils and all that, and some other like crafty stuff in it. But it's like, it's right behind my stitching area. I hate when I yawn. But it's like right in front of his area, and that's where he puts all of his boxes and crap, and I'm like, you gotta clean this up. I need to get in this cabinet. And Saturday I needed to get in there, and he comes back, and I knew right when he walked back there, he was like, what the hell? I was like, hey, you had that whole thing blocked. All I did was move it. I said, you need to clean that mess up. Which makes no sense, because right next to that is a closet. He has a whole bunch of area that he could use, but he always puts it right in front of that white cabinet. I'm like, why? Oh, typical man, just drop it wherever. He could have it so neat. Just move one step over and drop it. But anyways, I love him, so I'll keep him. So then, Saturday, what did we end up? Oh, he wasn't feeling good, and I felt so sad for Becca, because she came in when we were doing the black light, and she's like, in an hour community day starts, and I was like, oh, okay. I said, I totally forgot about it. I was a little bummed because I really didn't want to go, but she looks forward to these, and so do I once I'm out there. And so I said to John, I said, are you coming with us? And John's response is always, no, you guys go. Now I can understand when it's the movie theater, because he's not comfortable in the chairs, but this is your own damn car, you know? And so I think he went to the bathroom, and Becca was cleaning the kitchen, and I called Becca for some reason, and she came in there and she was crying. I'm like, oh my God, what's going on? And she's like, she was crying so hard because she was trying not to cry, so it like built up where she couldn't talk. And I'm like, okay, take a breath, calm down. I said, explain it to me. And she's like, I just really wish he would go. I really got my hopes up, and I thought he was going. And I'm like, okay. And she goes, it's his Pokemon. And I'm like, what? Then she showed me, and I'm like, oh, yeah, this is his Pokemon. I said, don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. So John gets out of the bathroom. I'm like, John, will you come here? And he's like, what, Mom? I'm like, oh my God. Thank God Becca wasn't right there. And I said, listen, Becca really wants you to come out with us Pokemon. I said, apparently she was looking forward to this, and this is your first community day that you're not working, and it's your Pokemon that's featured today. He's like, fine, I'll go. I'm like, okay, and I'll drive. And he's like, no, I'll drive. I said, no, I am driving. We'll take your van, but I'm driving. I cannot stand to drive with John. By the time I get out of the car, I have freaking whiplash. He has to, when he starts to go, he pushes on the gas and you're thrown backwards. And when he stops, he pushes on the brakes so hard that you fly forward. I don't know why you're honking. So I was like, no, I'm driving. And then we go down to Mount Clemens, and everyone down there is Pokemoning. So you're just like, you're driving down the street very slowly. People know what you're doing. The person in front of you is doing the same exact thing, and he wants to hurry up and get around them. And it's like, why? You're supposed to be doing this, you know, so we can catch all the Pokemon. And he's like, well, how are you going to catch the Pokemon? I said, me and Becca have a system. I hand Becca my phone, and Becca does both phones while I drive. I can concentrate on the road, and she tells me, you know, oh, pull over here. There's a gym here, you know. Or, okay, I caught everything here. Now let's go somewhere else, you know. So after he got out there and saw how it was, he had a really good time. And he got a shiny too. So we all got shinies. Apparently I got 3 shinies. I'm like, oh, I never. And Becca's always the one who gets the first shiny. And I was just about to say, so are we going to take a bet on who gets the first shiny? And I'm like, so. Becca goes, oh, you just got the first shiny. I'm like, well, my thing was going to be, so are we going to take bets? She's like, well, you would win. I'm like, no, I wouldn't have, because I would have bet that you got it first. But yeah, we all had fun. Then we went out to our favorite Mexican restaurant. We went to El Chato's. And so we were going to go to Michael's. We were going to go to Spirit Halloween. We were going to go to Sam's Club, because I'm like, okay, let's just get dinners, because every time we get dinners from El Charles, we never finish it. I said, so let's get dinners, and because it's like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and instead of getting the lunch special, we'll get the dinner, and later on tonight we can have our leftovers for dinner, which worked out perfectly. So I said, okay, so tonight's taken care of. What are we going to have for dinner tomorrow? And I'm like, what I would really like is a roast. And John's like, oh God, yeah, roast. So I said, but here's the thing. What kind of roast do we want? I already knew I wanted a chuck roast. But how do we want to prepare it? Do we want to do the peppers and the ranch and the gravy sauce? Or do we want to do old school where I do the cream of mushroom, can of soup? And John's like, because we've had the last, 2 years, the only way we've done it is the pepper one with the ranch and all that. He's like, oh man, can we do the cream of mushroom soup? We haven't had that in a long time. I'm like, yeah, that's fine. So we made the list, which was real simple. I needed carrots and I needed the roast. I said, we have the potatoes, we have the cream of mushroom soup. And after we were done eating, all I wanted to do was get home and stitch. So John had already agreed that he was going to get up first thing in the morning and go to Sam's Club. I'm like, cool, that works. Because we like to get the roast from Sam's Club. Well, he went to Sam's Club. He didn't like any of them, and he ended up going to Value Fresh, and they had the best ones. I said, usually Kroger's has it, but it's got to be on sale, and they have the good ones. Okay, I need to turn here. And it's usually you get 2 of them And that's what we have to do for our family. It fits perfectly in the crock pot, and I swear to God, they shrink. So the two big ones actually work out good. And so it was funny because
Turn left, then turn right.
we got home. John, of course, got sick, so he had to go lay down. So we didn't watch any Marvel TV shows. 4:05. Oh, right there. Okay, so I'm on Saturday night when I come out. Okay, yeah. So Saturday night, John went and laid down, and this is really tight. So me and Becca were diamond painting, and we were watching
Turn left.
Big Brother 4, I think. Becca was very young when the Big Brothers came out, so she's never really seen these. She would like walk by and see it, but whenever we just want to zone out and not care what we're watching or have to pay attention much, we watch Big Brother. So we were watching Big Brother, and then John came out. Oh yeah, so on Saturday when I was back there, the main reason I went back there was to find that damn folder with those cut pieces to bobbinate, to put stickers on. Well, I found the stack that was in the folder, and then it all came back to me. So I used the folder for my other stickers, and everything is good now. So I went up front and I said to John, hey, you want something to do while you're just sitting here? I said, how about if you put these stickers on my bobbins for me? Well, I had about 300 freaking bobbins, and yeah, that job's done. Last night he was like, here's all your bobbins. I'm like, you got it done already? I thought that was going to take you at least a couple of days. I said, you really need to get your diamond paintings out. I just want to choke him now. So anyways, that was Saturday. Oh yeah, I stayed up real late Saturday because I went to bed so early Friday. Yeah, so then Sunday he got up, he went to Sam's Club and then went to Value Fresh, and I got up at 11 o'clock, I want to say, and I came out, and oh yes, because the text message, whenever he uses the credit card or the debit card, I get an alert saying, that so much money was spent at this place. I was very confused when I saw Value Fresh. I'm like, he said he was going to Sam's Club. But anyways, so I stayed in bed playing on my phone for an hour. And I heard he came home, but I thought he left again, which he didn't. And oh gosh, I'm yawning. So, oh my God, my brain, I can't think. So when I came out of the room, what I do is I go and I take a shower before I even go do anything else. Because I figured out if I just wake up, go to the bathroom, take a shower, because the first thing in the morning you get up, you go to the bathroom. So on the way to go in the bathroom, I grab my towel and I just take a shower. It's 5 minutes and I'm done. And then all day I'm not like, I need to take a shower, I need to take a shower, I need to take a shower. Because if I don't take a shower before 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, I start getting a headache. So I looked out the window and saw, oh, John's van is here. So I went back to his train area, and as I'm walking to the back room, I passed the crock pot, which he already did the crock pot. And I was like, went back there, I'm like, thank you so much for doing the crock pot. He's like, yeah, it was simple. I'm used to doing that. He said, and I bought 3 bags of carrots, put 1 in the crock pot and 2 in the freezer. I'm like, well, okay then. Because the other day it was like, we need freaking carrots. I need to put more carrots in the freezer. So he did that for me. And then
Turn right.
he's like, oh yeah, and oh no, I was supposed to turn down there. Yep, I gotta go back around.
When possible, make a U-turn.
At least this
Turn
one's not
left.
bad. This one has a turn at every freaking street, unlike most of them where you have to go down so far to get another one. But right in this area, each street has its own little turnaround. Anywho, he's like, oh yeah, and I text Jonathan. I'm like, oh, okay. What'd you text Jonathan about? It's like, I told him we had we had a roast, and did he want to come over for dinner? I was like, oh, okay. No, he said, I asked him what he was doing. I'm like, okay. And what else did you text him? That's it. He hasn't talked to me. He hasn't gotten back to me. I said, why are you texting him? What is your purpose? What do you want to, why? He's like, well, I thought it'd be nice if Jonathan came over for a roast. I said, okay. Get on your phone again and you text Jonathan, hey, we're having roast for dinner. Do you want to come over and have roast? Right when he did that, Jonathan responded right away. I said, your question was open-ended. I said, and we're all on 360, so we can always see where everyone is. I said, you can see he's at work. So you need to ask a direct question, because in his mind is, oh, I'll get back to Dad after work. But if you ask him a direct question, then he's like, oh, Dad wants an answer right now, so I'll text him real fast when I get a minute. And so, but what Jonathan texted back was very vague. Sure, when I'm done. Like, okay. Now, we saw that Jonathan went to work at... Okay, hold on. Am I going up or down? Did I pass this place? No, I'm going the right way. Okay, 224 is what I'm looking for.
Arriving at destination on left.
32. It's got to be this one. Do I see an address? No. Nope, it's this one. Okay, so we saw that Jonathan was at work since 9 o'clock, and I'm like, and it's, okay, hold on a second. So, it's on Sundays. Little Caesars doesn't open until, I think it's 11 o'clock in the morning. 10:30, 11 o'clock. Okay, hold on. Left on porch per customer. So, God, my brain. I was like, maybe he's working all day long, and he's saying once he's done closing, then pick him up and he'll have dinner with us. And so it got to be about 6 o'clock, and I said, have you heard from Jonathan? And he's like, no. I said, I was picking up my phone. He goes, I'm going to text him. I said, okay, what are you texting him? What time do you get off work? I said, that's the perfect text. And so Jonathan texted him back and said, we just closed. So they close at 6 o'clock on Sundays. He said, but I have to do the cleanup. I was like, oh, okay. So that usually takes about an hour. So about 6:45, he's like, okay, Jonathan said to come pick him up. So Jonathan came over and we had dinner together, and then we watched Black Widow. So now we're all caught up on the movies. Now I just have to finish watching the one with Bucky and the one with Loki. I think it's actually called Loki. So, which I wasn't a fan of the Black Widow movie. I was like really looking forward to it, and it like makes me mad. It feels like whenever it's a woman playing the superhero, they're always more like fighting and kicking and all that crap. And it's like they would be talking and then they would start fighting. It's like, this is ridiculous. They would be like in the middle of a sentence and then start fighting. It's like, what the no. So once it was over, I said I didn't care for it, and I expressed my feelings, and Jonathan's like, exactly. I said, yeah, it makes him feel like, oh well, if we got to get the guys watching this, well then all it has to be is just fighting, and there can't be any storyline. I said, just think about it, like with Iron Man and all that. You had a really good story. Yes, there's a lot of action fighting. We want to see that. But it seems like whenever it's a woman, it's like they can't finish a freaking thought and they start fighting. It's like, then they stop to talk and then they continue fighting. It's like, this is so stupid. Jonathan's like, I totally agree. WandaVision, I didn't care for that. The last 2 episodes was good, but and it was kind of fun to figure out, because right away we watch a lot of TV. Right away I was like, that's the Growing Pains house, or that's Dick Van Dyke's house. One I didn't know was Malcolm in the Middle. Right when that came on, Becca's like, Malcolm in the Middle, and I'm like, oh really? Of all the TV shows, they could have picked a better one, but it was Malcolm in the Middle. I didn't catch a lot of that stuff going on in that one, the reference, because it was different TV styles. Yeah, so that was my weekend. I did get a lot of stitching done, though. I'm very happy with that. And finally today, on the stitching trail, which I still need to look and see if that's what it's called. That's just what I call it. And when I make my notes, that's what I call because on my paper, I put magical stitches, stitching dead, and stitching trail. And then what task I have to do that day, and how many stitches, and when to stop for this one, when to stop for that one, meaning take a picture and then what's the next task. But yeah, finally get to stitch for that again, which really sucks because once again, it's going to take us forever to win, because my stitching days is Fridays and Saturdays. That's when I can get a lot of stitching done. And during the week, I don't get stitching done. And we won it, I think it was Thursday night. And I'm like, I mean, all the days that I get, because I get good stitching on Friday too. All the days that I get some good stitching days, and now I can't use it for that. Which, it's almost, well, no, it's not. They say we're halfway through the month, but we really aren't, are we? So, yeah, my brain is just like at a loss of what to say. I guess that's it, because that was my whole weekend. It was kind of a family weekend, which was nice. Well, Becca started designing patterns again last night. Oh my God, I'm in love with the one she's doing now. That will definitely be my first new start. It is looking freaking awesome. So, I guess I'll come on tomorrow and tell you what's going on, because there's nothing else to say. I'm gonna keep yawning. So I'm gonna leave it here and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hello, and welcome back to the madness. So, it is Wednesday. Yesterday was like a shit show. So, Monday, I went and got, we went to Bell Tires and we bought tires. And they said that they could get them in Monday and put them on, that day. And I'm like, no, I have to go take my daughter to school at 2 o'clock. So let's just, in the morning, I'll drop my car off. He's like, well, I'll still get the tires to come today. And I'm like, that's fine. I don't care. It wasn't an extra charge for me. So that's fine with me, So woke up yesterday morning and John's like, I'm going to call and see if your tires are in. I'm like, okay. Which means I had to take John's van to work. I have my car set up for work, I have where my phone holder, John's car, there's no place for me to put my phone. I can't see my phone. His setup for the flowers in the back, I don't like, because I'm not tall like him. I'm 5'2", so I'm short. So the car, the SUV is taller than my car, because I have the Kia Soul. He has the Kia Sedona or something like that. I don't know. It's an SUV / minivan looking car. Sorry, I'm froggy today. So, I leave for work. Thank God Becca's with me, because it's too tall for me to constantly jump in and out. Now, if we're going on, a long trip, I drive, and because the driver's seat is higher than the passenger seat. So, it's not a problem for me to get in and out on the passenger seat. I mean, I still have to jump in and jump out, but it's not as high as the driver's seat. And it's only like maybe an inch, but that inch makes a big difference. Now, maybe more than an inch. But anyways, so, because it's on this big, box thing. I don't know. So anyways, I just leave and I take his car, because the guy said the tires were going to be in yesterday. So why wouldn't they be there, right? So I go and I do my first run. And I call John. I'm like, so, have you heard anything? What's going on? And, because John said after he gets the tires, we would meet up and I'd get my car back. So he's like, no, the truck still hasn't made it in. I'm like, what? It was supposed to be here yesterday. John's like, let me call again now. He goes, you know what? I'm just going to go up there. No, he said, let me call again now. That's right. He said, let me call again. He called. He said, no, they're not. They're not there. Yeah. I'm like, I said, you know what? I might as well just come get my damn car, because what if they don't even come in today and then I have to drive your car tomorrow too? He's like, well, let me just go up there. No, this was 2 hours later. He's like, let me just go up there. When I called him again. Because I left, he said he was calling. Then it was an hour later and I called him. He's like, no, I haven't, the truck didn't show up. Let me call him again. Then 2 hours later, I called him. I said, you know, what's going on. He's like, I was just getting ready to walk out the door to go up there to see what the hell's actually going on. And I was like, okay. So, he gets up there and the guy's like, I'm so sorry, dude. The truck, it broke down. So we sent another truck to go get the tires. Oh, God, that was a big bump. So, my brain just stopped working because I see that they did a lot of work yesterday. Wow. Oh, you guys came and see. They worked so hard on the construction. Hopefully it's going to be done by the end of the month. That would be amazing. Then they're starting down there. But I think they'll probably wait until spring to start down there. Who knows? So, anyways, he calls me back and he says, no. He tells me the whole thing. I said, well, where are you now? Because I just want my car. So, he's like, I'm heading to the shop. I'm like, well, where are you? And he's like, 10 in Gratiot. I said, well, I'm at 10 in Shaner. I said, can we just meet somewhere? I need my car. He's like, well, I'll just come there. I said, okay, meet me in Myers parking lot. My last delivery for this run is literally across the street. Now, here was something strange. We go to deliver to this house, and there's people, like, out by the mailbox. Because this one was, the houses were really far back. There was 2 guys standing, like, by the road. And then there was 3 guys way back on the porch. And when I pulled up, you know, Becca jumps out real fast and says, flower delivery. And the guy looks stunned and everything. And you could tell it was a funeral piece, so it was like, okay, maybe he's just, you know, really shooken up about the whole funeral, you know? And so then we go across the street in Myers parking lot and finally get my car from John. And we go out of the, do you see I'm at a stop? Are you going to stop? Dumb ass. Sorry, I was looking in my rear view mirror. So, we're pulling out of the parking lot, and I'm staring at the house that I just delivered to. There's 3 cop cars, and I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, oh, so something must have been going down, and the guys were waiting for the cops to come, and here we show up before the cops with the flower delivery. So, yeah, now I understand why the guy was freaked out. But it was kind of funny. So, then I had to go back to the shop to get more orders. And next thing you know, John's pulling up behind me. I'm like, well, if you were just coming to the shop, then we could have just met here. He said, I said that to you. I'm like, I know, but I just wanted my damn car. And I didn't know he was going to Michael's, which was down the street from the shop. So, yeah, whatever. So, funny thing is, we just walk in the store. I pull the orders out of the slot, start organizing them, and John gets a phone call. The tires are in. He's like, well, I said, no, you're not. I said, you can go after I'm done working. I want my car back. I said, what time are they open till anyways? He's like, I think 8 o'clock. I'm like, then, yeah, I don't care if you're up there at 6 o'clock. I'm doing my run first because I had one last run to do. And I was like, hey, why don't you go do a couple of these? So he went and did a couple, and then me and Becca went to Detroit and Grosse Pointe and St. Clair Shores and Roseville. And he went to Fraser and Centerline. So, God, I am so froggy. So, me and Becca are coming back from Detroit, and the only Long John Silver's around us is in Detroit, Alpha Gratiot, right before you hit downtown. And me and Becca didn't eat all day. I'm like, I'm hungry. What do you want? And she goes, the first thing that we see. And I'm like, okay, well, we're going on Gratiot, so there's really nothing down there. All of a sudden, I seen Long John Silver's. I'm like, how about Long John Silver's? And she's like, see, I told you the first thing we see. So I called John and I said, listen, set the table. We're bringing home dinner. And he's like, okay. So we walk in the door like 30 minutes later, and he's like, give me your keys, I'm going to get the tires. I said, no, you're not. You're going to sit down and you're going to eat with us because, I'm sorry, Long John Silver's is not good cold. I said, you can wait. Now, mind you, it's 4 o'clock. He's like, well, they close at 6. I said, okay, so it'll take you, what, maybe 20 minutes to eat? And it's 10 minutes away. That gives you an hour and a half before they even close once you get up there. He's like, oh, I don't know how long this is going to take, Becky. Well, you know what, John? If you're there to get your tires done an hour and a half before they close, don't you think they'll put your damn tires on? I don't think they say at 6 o'clock, oh, sorry, time to get your car off the lift and just drive it home with no freaking tires on it. You know, he makes no sense whatsoever. It's just like when you go buy a car at a car dealership and they close, but you're not done getting your car. They stay open for you. Duh. It's not like at a grocery store or CVS where they're like, you need to bring your items up to the cash register right now. This is a service. Oh, if I get people, I tell you. She stops way before the freaking line, too. Okay. Anyways. So, finally, I got my tires on, and I cannot believe the difference. It is boy, you guys probably see, too. We hit that one bump, and it was like, that was it. You guys ridden this road how many times so far with the bad tires on it? It's bad. So now I kind of want to watch and see what you guys, if it's less bumpy on you guys too. I don't know. I can't tell. Oh, is 12 Mile open again? Oh, thank you. Oh, yes. My day is complete. Of course, that was going to be a big bump because they don't have the asphalt up high enough for the sewer things. We just ran over a sewer. What's that thing called? Manhole? I think that's what it's called. Okay, we are here. I didn't get much stitching done last night. It's been a bad week for stitching, but I think Sweetest Day is Saturday too, so I have to work Saturday, so I probably won't get a lot of stitching done. So I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Hello, and welcome back. It is Friday. Yeah, so short vlog this week. Sorry guys, it's a holiday. I think it only happens in like Ohio and Michigan, maybe Illinois, I don't know, but it's Sweetest Day tomorrow, so we've been quite busy. Now 20 years ago, Sweetest Day, oh my gosh, well, even 15 years ago, Sweetest Day was a thing, but now it's just like a little thing. I do have to work tomorrow. Yay, no yay. So I haven't been cross-stitching. I've been going to bed actually at a decent time. So then I'm not staying up till like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 4 a.m. stitching, so yeah, you're not getting any progress. And tomorrow I have to work, so who knows if I'm going to stitch tomorrow. I definitely will stitch Sunday, and I'm hoping to be able to get the So Many Books, So Little Time finished. Yeah, right. No, the season tree finished. And I do want to start working on So Many Books, So Little Time. There's so many things I want to cross stitch on. I don't know, I feel like my stitchy area, I'm not happy stitching there. I feel like I need to reorganize things and rearrange things, and yeah, just not feeling myself lately. I have no control over anything, and the things I have control over, I don't know how I want them. Basically it. Yeah. So, damn, I keep yawning. I do have to say this one thing, though. I cannot believe the difference tires make. Oh my gosh. I don't feel every single bump. So my back is hurting. And of course my back is hurting because this weather is so yucky. And my sinuses are going crazy. So it's been like at night like 62 degrees. Then like when I leave for work, it's usually like 68 degrees. And then yesterday we got up to like 82 degrees, and it's like, oh my gosh. Then today now it's 1 o'clock. It's 61 degrees. So it's like hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. And it's raining, which, oh my gosh. This year, there has been so much rain. I told John, I said, we really missed out on this year doing a vegetable garden because we wouldn't have had to water that thing at all. We would have had big tomatoes. All this rain we're getting. I'm saying a lot today. Sorry, guys. And yawning. It's because of the weather, though. And whenever the weather is doing its change, it seems like my arthritis is just like screaming. But yeah, I don't know what else to talk about because not a lot's been going on. Becca's doing midterms, so she's not hanging with me. I did spend a little time with my boy yesterday. It was his 3rd year anniversary. But they're getting a divorce. So I was like, how are you doing? He's like, I don't know. I'm here. So yeah. I got to spend some time with my baby boy. What else? I don't think anything else. I have been very boring the last week. It's like I've been off of basically social media, except for first thing in the morning I get on and I look at everyone's Instagram post and Facebook post. I haven't even been doing my groups this week because I'm not stitching. I'm too exhausted. Oh my god, I can't stop yawning. After I get home from work, it's just like, nope. And it doesn't help too because it's getting dark really early at night. So that could be why I'm going to bed early, because it's dark earlier. So then when it's like 9 o'clock, it feels like it's really 1 o'clock in the morning. I don't know how many times this week John's like, it's only 10 o'clock? And I'm like, yeah, it's only 10 o'clock. I'm going to go lay down. So I've been laying down and I have the Harry Potter books on Audible. So I've been listening to those again. And I figured, instead of listening to a new book, because this is what happens. If I start listening to a new book, when I go to lay down to relax and go to bed, I won't stop the book because I want to know what's going to happen next. And, okay, I'm going to stop after this chapter. And then something really good happens. So, you got to hear what's going to happen. So, yeah. But if I reread the Harry Potter books, I know what's going to happen. It's keeping me entertained. But when the minute I'm like, okay, I just need to go to sleep, I turn it off right away and go to sleep. So that's been helping a lot. And then I'm waking up on my own at 8 o'clock in the morning, which is very strange. And then I get up and for the next hour, I look at Facebook and Instagram, and then I get lost on TikTok. Oh my gosh, I learned yesterday, don't get on TikTok before work. I looked up and I'm like, I thought it was 15 minutes and an hour went by. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta get in the shower. That's one good thing about my job. I don't punch in, so I'm not technically late. So, and I didn't have any early, so it wasn't like, it didn't affect my job. It just affected the time that I wanted to go in, that I had planned on leaving the house. So, okay. Well, I'm going to let you go. Here, not get the darn hiccups. I'm telling you. And I've already recorded this clip once already because I was so like, hi guys, I did nothing this week. I'm like, that's not me. So I had to wake myself up and roll down the windows and let the air, wake me up. So it is beautiful. I don't know if you guys can see the beautiful colors of the trees. Fall is finally happening, which is so strange. It's October. By October, we're in 60, 50 degree weather. The weather we're having now feels more like September. And it's I keep telling John, I go, it's not really October. The calendar is wrong. If you go by the weather, this is September weather. So now the trees are finally changing. It's late in the season for this, so okay, I should be coming up soon to my turn. So I hope you guys can't even speak. I hope you guys have a great week and weekend, and I will see you next week, hopefully with more stitching to show and talk about and all the stitchy things. My life is quite boring lately, which I'm not complaining. I like it when it's a little boring. Oh, John's going to see a sister that he never met tomorrow. One of the sisters that was, I think, adopted out. I don't know the whole story. John has a lot of brothers and sisters. And I want to say there's 2 or 3 that she gave up for adoption before she started keeping them. I know that sounds so bad. I don't know how else to say it. But, they connected, I want to say a couple of years ago. And, I think she lives don't quote me on any of this because, I don't know. I think she lives in the South. Let's just say the South. I think it's Florida, but I could be wrong. But I think she's arriving. Her and her husband are arriving tonight, I think it is. And then John's going to go with his brothers and sisters to meet her and spend the time. His one brother rented a house and they're all gonna go there
600 feet, turn left, and
and reconnect. Which, I mean, they've reconnected over Facebook and they text message and all that, but they finally get to meet in person, so that's kind of cool. I'm trying not to have John work tomorrow because it'd be nice that he could go, spend because they're only here. I think he said they come in tonight, they're all day tomorrow, and then they leave first thing in the morning on Sunday. So, yeah. What am I looking for? So that's pretty cool. Maybe I'll have, I'm not going, but might have something to talk about next week. So, you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.
Okay, guys, I had to come back on here because I'm super, 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 super excited. I've been waiting to hit 1,000, which I didn't hit 1,000, but I don't care. The only reason I've been wanting to hit 1,000 is because I would like to do community posts and do polls and stuff like that on my channel. I got notified from YouTube today that I can do community posts. Yay! So I put a poll up. Should I work on this or Peacock? I don't have Peacock right here to show you guys, but I can do community posts now. So like when I have a crappy week and not going to be able to do a stitchy time, I can let you guys know and you won't worry, where did Becky go? So yay, that acorn is crooked on here, but oh well, I'm super excited. So I'm going to give the poll probably, I got some things I got to do around here. And then I'm going to check the poll and we'll see if I'm working on Peacock or the season tree. So, yay!